Hello, my fireflies, and welcome back to the TheCyanFirefly. Lyiat here. So, I heard you guys wanted some more up-and-coming titles. Games relevant to the here and now. Well, I've taken that into consideration and decided to bring you all some footage of SMITE, a game currently in closed beta. This game is by the guys over at Hi-Rez Studios. They are the guys who brought us Tribes Ascend. And they're a rather decent company, even if I have some minor gripes with their business model. But enough about that, I'm talking about SMITE here today. SMITE doesn't have an obvious central story like League of Legends has, or at least not one I've discovered. Various gods from various mythologies beat the living snot out of each other with little explanation as to why. Honestly, a multiplayer game doesn't need a huge epic tie-in story to work anyway. I don't particularly care why Anubis and Sobek feel like beating the crap out of Song Wukong and Zeus. I'm just glad they are doing it for my entertainment value. Dance, my little puppets, dance. SMITE is a MOBA game, which stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. Unlike other MOBA-style games, it takes place in an over-the-shoulder aspect view rather than an over-the-head RTS-like view. The action is controlled with the W, A, S, and D keys rather than mouse clicks, and every single attack in the game is now largely skill shots. There are a couple that involve placing mines or that summon mobs to assist you, but everything else takes a considerable amount of skill and sometimes even luck to hit an opponent. Once you destroy the final tower in any given lane, your creeps are given fiery weapons, which gives them a considerable leg up in combat. The final tower takes a form of a fiery phoenix, which resurrects after a time, so you do have a chance to repel invaders away from your home base and to remove the fiery buff from their creeps. Do take care and remember that they can easily do the same to you. The last major difference is that the objective point can actually defend itself, as it takes the form of a large minotaur with a wicked axe. It is possible for a single player to defeat him at a high level, but it is incredibly hard and not recommended as you are easily ganged up on by enemies that can freely teleport back home. The other MOBA elements are largely the same, though jungling seems to be far less sustainable than in other titles. The theme of SMITE is pretty cool. I can think of a few other games in which you get to have Odin punch Hades in the face, which is really the only reason you need to play it. If that isn't enough, however, the game has a really nice aesthetic largely set in the Greco-Roman style. The mobs you encounter are based off of various mythological creatures in real-world cultures. The creeps from either side are stylized Roman soldiers with the occasional ogre thrown in. You also get to have harpies, ogres, and even a fire titan hiding out in the jungles. Then, of course, you have the Phoenix Towers and the Great Minotaur to guard each group's temple. It really all comes together as a nice effect. On that topic, however, I'd really like to see more variety and more map types. There are several different pantheons in this game. Chinese, Egyptian, Norse. The variety in the gods are good. Why isn't there such a variety in the map? I guess beta is beta after all, so I can't complain too much, but it couldn't hurt to say if there are any developments in that particular area. I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking a little there. As far as other things I don't like, there are some balance issues here and there. I'm not a grand MOBA player, or in any sense of the word, a competitive gamer, so I'm not a grand authority on the topic, but I have noticed some gods outperform others in situations, and I have noticed complaints both in and out of games. Ganyu, the god most recently released, seems to be a real source of contention right there. Hi-Rez seems to have trouble with the initial balancing of their games, and they do tend to have a character, or in the case of Tribes, a weapon that exceeds all others of its ilk for the first week it comes out before it's nerfed down to a more acceptable level. The other issue I have is just how the normal attacks feel. They just don't seem to have impact. Maybe that's just a facet of MOBA games, but it is less important in an RTS style game than it is in over-the-shoulder, which is kind of the problem here. Ultimately, however, I feel this game has some rough edges. A little smoothing out and some time in the pressure cooker and you'll get a nice little diamond to throw in the collection. Assuming they don't take advantage of their free-to-play model and work on the things I just mentioned, this could be a very fun game. I have been having a lot of fun playing it so far, and I'd like to play it more as it develops. Now, as I mentioned in the live video, I do have 2 beta access codes to give out. If you'd like to give this game a try, please reply to the live video with "I want SMITE." That is the live video, not this one. Asley and I will decide who gets the codes. That's about all the time I have for this video and this game for the moment, and I do hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and comment if you did so, and I will catch you next time. This has been Lyiat with the TheCyanFirefly, off to make more content for your entertainment.